न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः।
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ध्यायामोधपडावकुण्ठनवतीं तेजोमयीं नष्टिकीं दिग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं स्थितसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरीं। ॐ गुं गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वराय नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। महासुतते नमः। ॐ। My infinite prostrations as the lotus feet of my Sadguru, Sri Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, Universal Teacher, Universal Mother, and my humble pranams to all Amma's beloved children listening to this talk. Sri Pada Mahatmam Ar Karyam, Guru Padathin Vaibhavam Ar Karyam. This is a very popular bhajan we sing here in the ashram. Sri Pada Mahatmam Ar Karyam. Who can know understand the greatness of the Guru and Guru Padathin Vaibhavam Ar Karyam? Who can understand the glory of the Guru's sacred feet? So this is the Amrita Vaibhavam. This is a series of talks which are given by our Amritapuri Swamijis, Swaminis, Brahmacharis, Brahmacharinis, our Vidyalaya and college students and devotees. We have been already given a series of talks, and now we are going to talk about a very important topic. We see I just mentioned the Vaibhavam, Mahatmam and Vaibhavam of Devi. Here in Amritapuri, our children usually chant a very beautiful hymn on a Suktam on Devi. It's called Rigvediya Devi Suktam. In that Rigvediya Devi Suktam, the gods, the Devas, they saw the brilliant shining form of Devi and they approached Devi and asked her, please let us know who you are. And then Devi replied, whatever you see in this universe, every object in this universe is manifestation. That is the Gurupada Mahatmyam and Gurupada Vaibhavam. So that we are trying to narrate in this series. It is mainly based on our Shastras or Puranas and mainly based on Amma's teachings also. So in one of the Puranas, Brahmadeva says, Lord Brahma says, there are many creatures in this universe I have created. The creatures with 2 legs, creatures with 4 legs, creatures with 6 legs, like the honeybees. Then we have the spider, which has 8 legs. Then there is the centipede, the centipede, the insect, and millipede also. There are different living beings with many legs. And Brahmadeva says, of all the species, I like the 2-legged species the best, meaning the human beings. Brahmadeva says that the human being is my most perfect creation because it is human being alone who can evolve from his human level to divine level. So in this episode, we will again, our main topic is, as I said, from Brahmachari Ashrama to Grihastha Ashrama, from the student life Ashrama come to the householder's life, the Grihastha Ashrama, and then for the Grihastha Ashrama, what is the Grihasthasrama? Grihasthasrami also has a main duty or dharma, and that is yajna. So we will elaborately explain what is yajna also. And then for yajna, it is the main place of yajna. It can be yajnashalas or our temples. So therefore, our topics will be Grihasthasrama or householder's life, and then we are talking about yajnas, and then we will be talking about the temples and temple worship, and how from temple worship we can evolve into a superhuman being where we discover Bhagavan or Bhagavati whom we worship resides in our heart only. This is today's topic is mainly the importance of the human body, why the human body was given to us, and especially why the woman's body was given to us. This is the topic of today's discussion. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
I invite Dr. Kavita R. to share her thoughts on motherhood. Dr. Kavita is a professor at Amrita School of Dentistry. Following her talk, we'll also witness a special moment as she dances along with her daughter Vedika Dhruvan.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. Let me start with a story. A rich businessman was supposed to take a flight next day morning for his business purpose. In the morning, his night duty watchman came running to him and pleaded him not to go and cancelled his flight. He said that he had a dream that the same flight which the businessman was supposed to travel got crashed. Hearing this, the businessman got little scared and he immediately cancelled his flight. After a few hours, the news flashed in the TV saying that the same flight which he was supposed to travel, had crashed. Thanking God, the businessman called the watchman and gave him a huge amount of money, and then he fired him. So you may be wondering why he had fired his watchman in spite of saving his life. This teaches us a very important lesson. Being a watchman, he is not supposed to sleep. He failed to do his duty. We all have been given human body and it has a purpose. For me, dance is always my passion and my great interest. But I know very well that the human body which I have been given has got some other purpose. The main purpose of having this human body is to serve others. And I'm very fortunate to work in Amrita Hospital, Kochi, and serve others and do my duties fostering Amma's values and principles. I thank Amma for this opportunity. Secondly, motherhood is considered as the most profound and sacred aspect of womanhood. It is about nurturing, protecting, guiding, and selflessly loving. Let me quote an example from Mahabharata. The story of Kunti Devi and Gandhari highlights the power of choice, duties, and righteousness. Gandhari chose to blindfold herself out of absolute devotion to her husband, but by doing so, she totally ignored her wrongdoings of her son. Whereas Kunti Devi, despite all the challenges, she made ensure that her sons followed the path of dharma. Her wisdom and guidance ensured that her sons followed the path of righteousness and dharma. This teaches us that true motherhood balances love with responsibility and that righteousness ultimately triumphs over blindfold loyalty. One more thing which I would like to emphasize is that true motherhood is not about sacrificing our God-given talents or our individuality. It is about embracing it in a way that it inspires, uplifts, and nurtures both mother and children. By doing so, a mother sets an example for her children, teaches them the importance of self-worth, personal growth, and ambition. As Amma says, true art always uplifts the heart and it fills it with devotion and passion. It is a form of prayer. Let me conclude with Amma's quote. Real motherhood is selfless love. A woman does not become a mother simply by giving birth. She becomes a mother when she nurtures with her heart. May Amma bless us all with the balance, strength, and clarity so that we can serve the society, nurture our passion, and embrace the motherhood with unwavering love and righteous choices. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kavita and Vedika. That was a wonderful dance performance. We'll conclude today's episode with two important points. Dr. Kavita mentioned that motherhood is the most important dharma of a woman. Once we come to Amma, we leave everything to her. There are many couples, Amma's devotees, who have no children. Once they come to Amma, when they see Amma, they are able to overcome that pain and they continue to serve Amma joyfully. Dr. Kavita also mentioned that dancing is not the main purpose of a woman. There are exceptionally good dancers who have chosen dancing as a profession, as dance teachers. That is a very noble profession. We must remember that dance forms such as Bharatnatyam, Indian classical and folk dances are considered Kala's sacred arts. Music and fine arts are the gifts from Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of learning. And we have a sacred duty to preserve them. So professional dancers are doing their duty to God. Let us pray to Amma to guide us, women and men, to perform our duties with devotion and surrender. Om Amriteshwariye Namah.
न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः